David, bro. Gotta apologize for the wait on the video. I upgraded computers and got new video editing software and upgraded cameras, and this amplifier was repaired a couple weeks ago, everybody. I did this in the last repair run, and it got caught right at the time when I was getting ready to transition over to a new video operating software and blah, 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 blah. So we're going to shoot you a quick little reference video for this, David, and talk about everything that we've done on the inside of this thing. When I first got this from him, it still had all the seals on it, so I went ahead and I took the seals off, and the first thing I seen was the power supplies were all daisy chained together in a way that didn't make any electrical sense. And so I had to end up pulling out every single power supply in here, and while I was at it, I completely overhauled the 220 delivery system circuit. I actually used drill connectors. Everything in here is soldered, David. And we went ahead and got rid of their volting system that they had in here. Had to go in and physically repair stuff on the inside of each one of these power supplies from where they'd cut and removed resistors on the inside, and got the internal voltage regulators working again. The main problem he sent this to me for was that there was an on-off switch on the front, which is this on-off switch here, and these kept burning up on him. This says 20 amp on it. But that 20 amp rating is only for 12 volts, not 220. So we went ahead and we did away with that. There was a 30 amp curling dual pole breaker back here that we removed. So we put a nice little aluminum cover on the back, put a nice little aluminum cover on the front so we could accommodate the single pole curling 40 amp breaker that's on the front now. And I went with all soldered connections. There's no screws in this anywhere. Each power supply has its own individual power lead for the single pole of 110 from each side of the 220 lead. So anyhow, we got it all working again. We're sitting at 15.5. And then the other thing is we made a little discovery that this is a 12 pill in the beginning. And we went ahead and we dropped out one of them 4 pill sections because there's no way that those power supplies could carry the load for 12 transistors, not at 20 amps a piece, and each power supply only puts out 30 amps, 35 surge. It's just simple math. So David decided to opt out to keep for what he had and salvage what he had, so we went ahead and we modified that and we brought this into a 2x8. So now it's these 2 transistors pushing these 8. And David, if you look down in here, you'll see that you got 2 spares, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. I'm just going to leave them in there. It's like having money in the bank. Simple, simple. Let's get on with our testing, man. 1000 watt slug in 2X. I think we've got it down in 5 because we're seeing so much peak power out of this. So put that in 2X. 1000 watt slug in average. We're around 14 volts. And when we key this, it's going to drop to 14.5, guys. And it's going to stay right at 14.5. We're going to use a 955. And I'd use the Connex, but the Connex is putting too much drive into this little guy. It's too much. So Dave, if you can keep your input peak power underneath about 60-70 watts, I think you'd be in top shape. We're going to use your 5 watt slug and reverse here between the striker and, well, the xforce. Now since we're not going to use the Connex, that means our average numbers are going to be way low, but our peak numbers are there. As we know, because math never lies, take the peak power and divide it by 2.25, and that'll give you your average output power. Okay, I'll shut the amp off here real quick. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Don't be confused, folks. Remember, that slug's in 2X. So we're hitting this with about 80 peak watts. Shut the amp off once again. You're just talking through it. Hello, 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 hello. You're not losing anything, is what I'm getting at. Nice, low, reflected power going through it. Let's key it. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. It's about a half a watt of reflect on the input tune. Let's see what we're getting out of it for power. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. It's working flawlessly. Let's look at our power consumption. Got down. BBI got down. BBI got down. Pretty straightforward, David. Now, I did remove a few parts, and most of that is actually hot glue jizz. And we went ahead and made sure everything was bolted down and tight and right, and it's not going to move around, and we're not relying on glue to keep it in place. You're square, man. You're set up just the way you want it to be. I appreciate you sending it out, brother. I'll be in contact with you Monday. We'll negotiate sending it home. My name is BBI. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out, www.bbiamps.com. And remember, I can't do this without all of your support. These projects are what keep me alive and keep me on cooking. If you like the video, subscribe. Take that little gray box down below the video that says unsubscribed and click on it and turn it to subscribed, and it'll be red. It releases magical things. You'll get emails and notifications the next time I do something, which will probably be tomorrow. I'll see ya. Bump, bump. Bye.